All right, hello.
Hello, friends.
We're back, kind of. Mana's still having audio issues, so... Oh, are you actually here? Are you good?
I'm somewhat here, yes.
Okay.
I'll speak whenever I can.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so we're back on Great Ace Attorney tonight. Quick round of introductions. I'm Kels, you'll see me on the screen. I also play Ryunosuke Naruhodo and Bailiff Elmo, and I think those are actually my only two characters.
I think so.
I think we've been pretty good about keeping me out of it most of the time, because I just have a lot of internal thoughts.
Yeah.
Yes, hello, my name is Manabingu, your resident voice actor. I play the Great Sherlock Holmes and Assistant Iris. I also play half of the jury, and I'm trying to think of, the prosecution, of course. I love the prosecution. He's an interesting character for sure. An interesting one. Let's just put it that way. We believe he's a vampire, but like that's just a headcanon. Anyway, that's me.
And my name is Lieber. I play Susato, the judge, the other half of the jury, Gina.
You did remember Gina.
I did remember Gina.
This time.
This time. I think I'm 3 for 3, honestly.
I think you've started
a little bit easier.
You've started remembering Gina ever since she got a dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
I have not missed the correlation
the
here.
dog. Yeah. She has a dog mom.
Yes, and a couple other characters as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Before we went live, we started up a little bit of a pre-show banter. So the question was, for those of you who are watching this later, if you could travel to any fictional planet location, what would it be?
I still like.
And then our first contribution. So first idea is any cartoon version of Mars or Pluto that inexplicably, has breathable atmosphere.
It's a good one.
Which is fair. I like that idea.
You know, like one that I wouldn't mind going to is like Crystal Tokyo from Sailor Moon before it has the whole like fall of it, you know, prior to the beginning of the series. I always thought that would be cool to go to. It looked like a very pretty place.
Yeah, Crystal Tokyo's beautiful. Absolutely. Well, you go, Leeward, because I'm still thinking. That was a deep one.
I mean, like, so obviously we're not with like the Would You Rather. We're not trying to like, unlike the Would You Rather, it's like it's kind of just, you know, whatever. So we're not necessarily thinking about consequences. But I think there's of course, this is where my brain usually goes. My two favorite planets in Star Wars are so it would be, I'd want to either go to Naboo or the more like extended stuff that I've been reading about Alderaan that like I would love to visit. Obviously, there's a certain day I would not want to be there, but Alderaan looks fucking beautiful, and they seem like a really great people, and it makes me even more sad that the Empire eliminated them. But I would say either Naboo or Alderaan.
See, so question here, because of course we've got to bring the lawyer into it.
Oh boy.
Are we talking about like going there in the same time period as when this fictional, you know, like land is existing? So like if you play a video game, are we talking about like when the video game is going on? Can you pick a different time in it? Because like I would love, we've been playing Final Fantasy X with Mana, and the world of Spira would not want to be there 99% of the time because you'd fucking die. But also, if it was safe and everything, like, absolutely. That place is gorgeous, so...
For real. Honestly, it's beautiful.
I would say, for argument's sakes, for today's thing, we're going to go with you get to pick what's going on in the history. So we're also doing a bit of it's a TARDIS.
There we go.
Where you get to pick a time. You're traveling in time and space.
Mm-hmm.
So
I apologize.
You can pick,
everyone gets to watch me clean my glasses off on my shirt. You know, I'm very classy.
That is valid. That is valid.
But otherwise, I'm not going to be able to see. So
I think I said it before. One time. I believe I said I always wanted to live in Heartland City from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal because I like the infrastructure of the city.
Mm-hmm.
It is very beautiful. Everything looks like super bright, colorful, happy. I also like that in that timeline in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe. See, something that not a lot of people talk about, in my opinion, is that in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! All the way up to GX and maybe a little bit of 5Ds, all of, like, okay, say two dudes started having a duel in the middle of the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if you're just a business guy who knows nothing about the game and just wants to get to work? You know what I'm saying? But in the middle of the city, you have a bunch of teenagers with their dual discs, like playing these giant holographic monsters, and you're just trying to get to work, man. So what I think is brilliant about Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal is that they created this thing called the D-Gazer, and it's like you put on this scouter-looking thing, and then only the people wearing the scouters can see the holograms. So it's not gonna bother the average person who wants to just get to work, you know, and go about their lives. They don't have to worry about all these giant holograms, like, kind of disturbing their day.
There you go.
You know? Until, you know, we get to the Alien Wars in the last season where, yes, actually, people actually disappeared and died. But we're not going to talk about that.
Details.
We're going to talk about the fact that they created the system where both people who love the game and people who don't really like play, they can coexist in the same city.
There you go.
And nothing goes wrong. I love that. So that's why I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal was ahead of his time, and they thought about us like, oh well, and even okay, if you didn't know anything about the game and you just go up to these kids or teenagers or whatever who are playing the game, they're like, oh yeah, cool, what is this? What, like, and then you can let them see the holograms through the D-Gazer. You just help put them on, and it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Have a nice day, y'all. You know,
there you go.
Like, that's nice. I love that. And then I guess my second choice is obvious. Pokemon. I just want Pokemon to be real.
That's what I started thinking about when you started talking about that. It's like, I could be living in this universe where I could have a fucking Vulpix on my lap right now, and I'd be happy. But also, having to fight someone every single time you lock eyes would be really fucking annoying. So...
True. I mean, maybe you don't have to.
That's already how I feel when people make eye contact with me, so, I mean...
It's like, you want to go, Jerry? You want to go?
Don't look at me.
I just want cute, fluffy, like, you know, like friends, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. I think cute, fluffy friends with magical powers who can probably assist me in tasks is great.
Yeah.
Like, I want to just ride my Altaria to work. Is that a crime? Like, you know, like, or whatever, you know? Like, that would be cool. It'd save gas.
There you go.
And it would just, like, help the planet, probably, you know, if we don't have to, you know, worry
There
about
we go. That's the big draw of Pokemon. It would save the environment.
Exactly. See, and then we get fluffy companions who help us with tasks. I'm short, so Bulbasaur can reach stuff in the top of the shelf, okay?
That would be great, actually. I could probably use the top shelf of my cabinets.
Yeah,
that would be very nice.
Or my strong Machamp can, like, lift me. You know?
My strong Machamp can beat
like
people up.
True. So true, bestie. So you know what? I just want Pokemon to be real, man. Anyway, that's me. I also thought about Legend of Zelda, but like, there's so many crazy.
You know, the problem with Legend of Zelda is, I love it, but also every single time you're in it, some shit is going down and the world is ending. So
and I don't feel like it. Like the environments are pretty, but like I don't know about living there.
And as someone who has controlled Link for several games now, if I was like a bystander in it, I would be sitting there watching that dumbass going, "Oh my god, that's who's going to save the fucking world?" Like, no fucking way. Why did he just jump off a goddamn cliff? Did he just sail around in circles for 20 minutes? Like,
Yes.
what do you mean he blows himself up with bombs?
Right. And then, okay, there is one other, I guess, guilty pleasure, but I don't know. I don't know, like, okay, a lot of people would probably go, like, My Hero Academia with the superpower thing, but, like, I think I would rather go One Punch Man.
There you go.
Because I'm crazy. I just think having superpowers, like, just living in a society with superpowers might be pretty cool. I mean, like, yes, a lot could go wrong, but I just want superpowers. Yeah, that'd be fun. But yes, I know there's bad consequences to that.
Yeah.
If everyone had superpowers. Anyway,
Excellent.
that's it.
Are you done tinkering with your mic? You happy with it?
Yeah.
All right.
It hasn't spazzed, so
All right.
that's a good sign.
All right. I think let's recap. Chat says maybe they'd go to the unseen home planet of... I'm going to murder this, by the way. Zorks, Clax, and Jennifer. From the third Captain Underpants book, and buy a carton of the extra strength superpower juice that gave Captain Underpants his powers. I think I Googled Captain Underpants the last time that we talked about it on stream, and I still don't know what the fuck any of you are on. With all my love. So...
Here's the thing. Okay, I will say one thing about the Captain Underpants franchise, though. Okay, in defense of Captain Underpants, I think when I was like in middle school or something, I looked up to the creator because I was like, oh my god, this 12-year-old kid got to be an author at 12 years old. That blew my mind when I was a child. So I was just like, man, I wish I too could be a 12-year-old author. You know, I was like, damn, I want to be like that guy someday. But it didn't happen.
I mean,
I didn't publish a book at 12.
Yeah.
But the librarians thought I was very endearing because I did actually go to the librarians and I was like, hello, how do you publish a book? And they're like, oh, sweetie.
Yeah.
Like,
well.
Yeah, so I don't know. Daft Pilkey got very, very lucky. I don't know what connections he had as a 12-year-old, but I just want to say mad props to the guy for being a 12-year-old author. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I should also point out, like, the stuff that you like doesn't have to be good, right? Like, the whole thing is
I think truly, like,
Mhm.
I was gonna say, like, truly, like, the big difference here is that, like, you're learning about a children's graphic novel that was written for American children as an adult.
Exactly.
True.
So,
like, I'm not the target audience. Also, I'm sure it's very different if you experience it, not read the Wikipedia page.
True. And then keep in mind, it was written by a 12-year-old boy when he was 12.
But, like, the thing is just that even, like, as an adult, the stuff that you like doesn't have to be good. You don't have to be able to sit there and write, like, a 5-paragraph essay on Tumblr about, like, the symbolism of some of this bullshit. Like, sometimes you just like stuff, even if it's not good. Like, it touches some part of you that, you know, like, the dopamine in your brain is like, yeah, I like this. So,
yeah, it's like,
you know.
Just like me, for real, for real.
Like, absolutely. Just claim it. Be excited by it, you know. Love the stuff you love. There's my TED Talk. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for the TED.
All right. Recapping. Okay, so Hairbrain was calculating his autobiography on his cell walls and told us Von Zieks took the trial to defend his hypothesis' credibility. Is that the possessive of we're not going to get in there. He's disappointed that Asman was playing him like a cheap kazoo and said Drebber was genuinely knowledgeable on science despite his deception. He only went to Drebber's lab once and doesn't know where it is, but it was big enough to build the machine and had French oil. The business card has a scentless oil stain. Gina needed some convincing to let us see the machine, which Von Zieks was also inspecting. Susato asked him for clues about Enoch, and we got a decade-old photo of him. Kazumask delivered a file to Von Zieks, and Susato immediately identified him as Kazuma. So, if he's right, Hot Apprentice is Kazuma, and I'm okay with that. But he has amnesia, and you know what? Maybe he can't remember the old memories, but let's make some new ones. On Strongheart's orders, Kazumask will be in court tomorrow as Von Zieks' co-counsel. The machine has a trapdoor, and the bird cage is cracked at the bottom. Toby can track the oil to Drubber's lab, which I'd like to point out, we just sent Gina over there to catch this person that possibly just killed the man.
Yep.
With a puppy.
That's cool.
So, I don't know that that was our brightest idea, but, you know, like, at the very least, the other detective will hopefully find her. That's probably not great. Sholmes largely solved, quote unquote, the waxwork abduction and said that the culprit called on the phone to return it. We pressed him on why he lied about Kazuma, but he had no answers beyond saying the detectives lie. The statue behind the curtain was headless, so we can't identify the professor, but glass from the crystal tower was in its jacket. The other statue in the exhibit revealed that Drubber brought a camera and shovel to the professor's grave. Our racism count is 17. Our hallowed chalice count is somehow only 2. The Gina Menace count rose by 1 last time. And I hope you feel better, chat. You've got a nasty case of COVID, and fuck that customer.
Soon.
So hopefully you start feeling much better, because that sucks. Understatement of the year, I am aware. But all right, so
yeah, we ended here.
Yeah, we have investigated the entire scene, and now Sholmes wants to actually talk now. So, bitch.
Pressing the guy. I believe I told you a little bit about Professor yesterday, did I not? Took the lives of 5 victims, everyone being either a member of the aristocracy or royalty. I can say that word. All were
That's
attacked
a big
by
word for Elmo.
It sure is. With an accent it is. All were attacked by an enormous hunting hound and had their throats ripped from their bodies.
The Hounds of Baskerville.
Oh.
So the dog collar must be harkening back to that, then? Galaxy braining here. I don't know if it's galaxy braining if I just put, logic together, but it's a very small galaxy.
No, it's a galaxy.
Oh gosh, an enormous hound? How awful. Oh, excuse me.
After taking the life of his 5th victim, the killer was apprehended. It was a case of unprecedented magnitude in Britain, you understand, accordingly. The professor was tried in a closed court. No members of the public were permitted.
A closed court? So, you mean that the professor's identity...
As you've surmised, my dear fellow, his identity was never made public. Naturally, he was found guilty and was summarily sentenced to death by hanging.
Lovely.
He was buried in a grave at Lowgate Cemetery, which adjoins the rear of the prison where he had been held. However, that was not the end of the affair.
Yeah, clearly someone tried to dig him up, except for he was actually a zombie. You don't have to go on, Sholmes. I figured it out. I have made my deduction.
He is a zombie now.
Oh.
Zombies are real.
Mm-hmm.
The very night that he was buried, the convicted man came back to life.
Okay, I was joking.
Oh, hell no.
Came back to life?
He clawed his way out of the ground and emerged in the moonlit graveyard. The exhibit here depicts that very scene, as described by the sole witness to those chilling events.
There was a witness.
But of course, my dear fellow, it was none other than the young man in the white overcoat.
Enoch Drebber. He saw it happen? The fuck was he doing out there?
Yeah, why was he digging graves? That's a little sus, man.
Alright, the young witness. So, this is a waxwork model of Enoch Drebber.
10 years ago.
Thank you, chat.
No.
What was he doing in the graveyard?
Wow.
Corpse fucking.
Absolutely.
I'm only disappointed in myself that I didn't think of it first. So I'm very proud of you.
We share the same brain cell.
Absolute same brain. Look, we have a thing for murderers. We have the same brain cell. It works.
The convicted professor, having been gibbeted and buried, emerged from his grave in the dead of night. The sole witness to that unimaginable scene was this young man. From appearances, I would say he was about 20 years old.
It's so horrifying.
Scared out of his wits, the young Drebber ran to a nearby police station to report the incident. And the sheer terror of what he's seen is said to have turned his hair white overnight. That or, he just, got a hair dye or whatever.
Look, he thought it looked really cool, and it was dramatic, and now he just has to keep dyeing his hair for the rest of his life.
He just went full emo, but like the emo where you don't turn your hair black, you turn it silver.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes, as shown in the photograph we have of him, his hair is completely white.
For the following few days, the story of what he'd seen was on every front page in the capital. Public was frantic for every last detail about the killer who'd come back to life. As you've seen, an exhibit was even created here at Madame Tuspel's.
I can quite, oh my lord. I can quite understand why the man's hair turned white, certainly. But what I don't understand is what Mr. Drebber was doing in the first place.
Real.
Trying to get Kingdom Hearts.
In a lonely graveyard in the middle of the night.
Yeah, what?
So, do we want to know?
What was he up
He's
to?
a sussy baka.
Corpse fucking.
Sussy baka shit.
Alright, following the execution.
The professor acts of terror threw London's upper classes into complete panic 10 years ago. It was a great scandal, one might say, at the very highest levels of society. It says the killer's identity was never made public. Rumors abounded. After all, no killer had ever before systematically employed a dog as a weapon of murder.
Yeah, I can imagine the impact the case must have had.
But in time, of course, the rumors abated.
I love how that was what started the rumors, was that he used a dog and not that the man came back to life.
Right, that's
like
crazy.
They were like, you know what, we kind of expected that from him, but the dog.
The dog, though? That's crazy.
But the dog.
Listen, dogs are important.
Mm-hmm.
So too did talk of the shocking witness amount of the of the convict who came back to life. It was forgotten, dismissed as a dubious ghost story, as a preposterous parlor's tale.
And like 100 years from now, when Phoenix and Maya and them are all alive, this thing has had 18 retellings, all in movies with various endings.
Like multiple adaptations, yeah.
At least one of them has someone fucking a ghost. I'm calling it now. Like,
it's the movie Ghost, starring Whoopi Goldberg.
Sorry. You're welcome.
But why did people stop believing it?
Why? Well, simply because there was no resurrection to speak of, as was established, in fact.
What do you mean by no resurrection?
Well, the police investigated the graveyard in Lowgate Cemetery and published their findings. The convict's body was found to be buried exactly where it had been following the execution.
And the police have never done their jobs badly before, ever in this game.
Lamau.
Say especially.
Lol, even.
Mm-hmm.
No. But that would mean Mr. Drebber must have lied to the police and the newspapers.
People have never done that before.
That would appear to be the only logical explanation, yes. The young man subsequently vanished from society, and nothing had been heard of him since. It's rather striking, then, that he should resurface now, don't you think?
Of course the convicted murderer couldn't have really come back to life. That's not possible. But Drebber's hair is unusually white, and if that really did happen overnight as a result of shock, it's hard to believe the incident was an out-and-out lie.
Unless they were both in on it, or...
I mean, look, we are in an age without... Gina, are you okay, girl? We are in an age without forensic science, right? Because they're still, like, kicking up the whole forensic science thing. We have no fucking idea who that body is.
True.
So, there is nothing saying that the person that went into the grave is the same person who is still in the grave.
That is true.
And we are currently dealing with a case of substitution as well, so...
Two mysteries of the same happening at once.
Mm-hmm. The Marble Galaxy brain is getting a little bit bigger. It's like a bouncy ball now.
Alright, so there was a lot of screaming, which I'm not going to reenact. What in the bleeding... Nora, Odo, what have you gone and done?
Gina, what are you doing here?
Oh shit.
Where is your dog?
I asked Iris, and she said this is where you'd be, so...
Whoa there, buddy!
Gina, not so loud in the museum.
So is that really the... Yeah. Is that what you're concerned about?
Madam Tuspels will have you take a position as a waxwork if you're not careful. Trust me, I know.
I think there might be a more pressing concern.
I still had some flash powder left from 6 months ago, so...
Girl.
Alright, Gina, we understand, but please, put down the gun.
Gina Menace count 2.
Poor Madame Tuspels now has a second hole in her ceiling, but, you know.
Sucks.
Sorry, I got scared.
Yeah, that's what I do when I get scared.
You should try being the one on the other end of the barrel. So, what brings you here, Gina?
What brings me here? What do you think? We found it. We found the Dodgy Cove's workshop.
What? You found Drebber's workshop? There's the dog. Hi, Toby.
Yay, doggy.
I was worried Drebber had, like, kidnapped him or something. Look, he can murder people all he'd like, but if he kidnaps the dog, he's dead to me, so...
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, well, he is gonna die, because we gonna kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yep, Toby's nose took me straight there.
Good boy.
The best. The boss and the others are heading over there now in a drag, so come on. Here's the address. I got the boss to write it out. Oh, thank you, Gina. We'll make our way there at once. Alright, then, see you there.
She grows up so fast.
You go. Don't mind me. I'll just stay here, being still.
What?
I know my place. In the exhibit. Over there.
Oh dear, someone is feeling sorry for himself. Bitch.
I'm not crying. You are.
Let's go, Mr. Sholmes. You're coming.
Words heartened me, I must say. But if I were to shirk my duties here, Madam would have me pay monetary recompense and Iris's dinner for...
Forget that. I'll pay for everything. I'm not paying
What
for
money?
shit. I'm going to try to seduce Madame Tussbells, but that's okay.
with my body.
Exactly.
Then, oh, well, well, that changes everything. There's not a moment to lose, my dear fellow. I shall hail a carriage at once.
No offer to share the cost from Mr. Sholmes, then.
I shall gladly pay half, Mr. Naruhodo.
Thank you, Mr. Zato. Right, let's go.
Love the mooching that's going around right now.
I mean, we're married, so, like,
Oh, yeah.
half of her share is also my share, but that's okay. 23rd of October, Enoch Drebber's workshop.
Oh, shit.
That looks like...
Oh, it's another super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine.
Oh, indeed, it would appear so. They're only a prototype, naturally.
Ah, so you got here then. Oh, we're behind you. Gina, well done for finding this place. And in such little time, you've really worked miracles. It's Toby here, who's the miracle worker.
Good boy. Once again, excellent job, chat. Your lines are always perfectly delivered.
The wolf. I thought you lot would show up before long.
Hello, Inspector. That's one knitted brow. He looks like he's eating a lemon, not a bag of fish and chips.
So, Inspector, is there any sign of the engineer?
Sadly no. We didn't find a soul in there.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, thank you for letting us know about this place and giving us the chance to investigate.
According to what Gina tells me, we only found it thanks to the clue that y'all turned up.
Y'all?
Yes, y'all.
Is Gregson... I get that Gregson's moving to France, but I've never heard that referred to as down south.
Absolutely. I wouldn't want to say go to Paris with a debt of gratitude unpaid now, would I?
Aw, you like us. Thank you.
A little bit.
You love
Anyway. Shh. Not in front of Gina. If you're hoping to snoop around here, I'll get cracking. Lord Von Zeeks and his forensic investigation team are on their way to, as we speak. So you get first dibsies.
Lock the doors. It will be so funny to watch them have to break in.
I imagine you got the picture by now. They don't take too kindly to lawyer types.
Right.
So then, my dear fellow, let's turn this place upside down whilst we have the chance. And you, Sholmes? Pardon? It take even less kindly to great detectives than they do to lawyers.
Ha!
Oh. Very droll, Gregson. Very droll. But you may consider me nothing more than an inconspicuous waxwork model.
Right then. Let's see what we can find in here. Alright, let's do some examining.
The original Hound of the Baskervilles story involved a corpse, selled in from the previous case, being disguised as a Baskerville. And there's a weird part where they talk about his misshapen head being proof he was evil.
Well, you heard it here. What on earth is this?
An aeroplane, Mr. Naruhodo. One day, scientists believe it will allow humans to fly freely in the skies.
Is that how the trick will be described, is it?
Sorry?
Well, it's actually suspended by a thin but very strong cable, isn't it?
Oh, well, this model is... yes. But real aeroplane will actually fly high in the sky.
While suspended from somewhere even higher in the sky, of course. Because large metal objects obviously can't really stay in midair unsupported.
So to you, the solution is even taller towers?
Yes. Thank you for
Yeah.
asking. Alright, we'll talk to Gregson last. So let's take our look at the machine.
I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo. That machine is covered by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. There will be serious repercussions if you were to examine it, from the Crown and the government.
Okay. Well. Well, those two don't seem to be holding back.
Oh, it's quite hollow inside. Not working parts or devices of deception to be seen, my dear fellow.
No loose change dropped on the floor or nothing. Not even a bone for Toby or my dear fella. British people are very much ruled by their own ideals, aren't they?
I think that's just these two, Miss Susato. I love how we're shit talking them, like,
In front of them, yeah.
yeah, in English.
Yeah.
This is, it's a European style quiver of arrows with steel bolts inside.
Oh, do you suppose?
Crossbow bolts, these. And just the right size for the bow you lot turned up at the exhibition grounds.
In other words,
Yep, there's more evidence to support your theory. It all goes to show that Drebber was the one pulling the strings behind the scenes of the whole scam.
wild that the first day we actually turned up with a theory that was somewhat correct. Most of the time, our first day theories are absolute bullshit. As evidenced by the time we blamed it all on Old Bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
This door doesn't want to open.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a pretty hefty lock on it.
There's a specialist locksmith on his way over from the yard, so hands off till he gets here. With permission, Inspector, I could have that lock open in less than a minute. Well, you don't have permission. Ain't no one giving it to you.
His little head
Oh,
thing.
no.
Gregson,
Swipe or no swiping.
Gregson looked as though he really enjoyed that.
Oh, too much.
Well, there's no sound of anybody on the other side.
Are we worried he's kidnapping people too? No, Drebber must have fled at the first sign of danger. I mean, he wouldn't just be making a whole bunch of noise in there, I'd like to point out. Okay, well...
Chat's right. We could have been shit-talking them in Japanese. It was
We
just
could
in
have
English
been.
for our benefit.
Yeah. I assumed that because it didn't have an honorific on it, that it was in English, but
Mm.
is it a ladder or a step ladder? Alright. Lots of pulleys up here. Alright, what am I missing? Hey Gregson, can I talk to you? No.
I'm just being silly.
Yep, still no bones for Toby.
Badge.
Or loose change.
Mhm.
Alright. There's gotta be something around here. There's a shovel that we don't seem to care about.
Yeah, what didn't we click on the trophy?
I looked at that when it first came up, so...
Or what he won an award for. Oh, wait. I don't think it light up. Wait, the trophy?
Oh, there. Something.
yeah. The
There we go. I must have just not gotten on it right.
This appears to be most interesting. Yet, yes, most interesting indeed, wouldn't you say?
It's an impressive looking back massager, that's for sure. I've no doubt that if you hit your shoulders a few times with that, your aches and pains would soon go away.
Oh, buddy boy. It's a Royal Society trophy for excellence in science. A young scientist could wish for no higher honor.
Yeah, I don't win things very often.
I see.
Oh.
Oh, would you like a massage?
Not from you.
Naruhodo.
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Come on, come here. You know you want one.
I had no idea it was such a grand thing.
I'll massage your shoulders.
I think it's becoming increasingly clear that there's much more to this Enoch Drebber than conjuring tricks.
I couldn't agree more, my dear madam. And how about you, Mr. Naruhodo? Would you like to take it with you? For your tight shoulders, of course.
He's not gonna let that go, is he?
No, never.
It's curious though, isn't it? You would expect such an important trophy to be proudly on display somewhere, not haphazardly cast aside. English gentlemen can be quite a mystery at times.
Oh, shit.
Okay, what's behind
Is
the
that
door
the dead
number one?
body? The dead body, you guys.
Oh,
Is something wrong, Miss Susato?
well, I thought I heard a noise from the far side of that door. Well, Gina, did you hear it too? Yeah, I heard it and all. What do you reckon, Toby?
Once again,
Right.
mindfully done.
Find the grease. Whoever's in there, open up. This is Scotland Yard.
Okay, do you think they would be knocking on the door if they could get in?
Yeah.
Are they gonna run away? Oh, they're running away like cowards! They run away like cowards.
Oh my, someone is in there.
Oh, this rotten bleeding look. My dear Gregson, as I said only minutes ago, if only it were countenanced, I could unlock the door in less than a minute. Lady, please, with sugar on top. Go, fine. I'll take a rap for it. Just get us through that blasted door. Needs a more. There we go. They may enter at will.
You've confused minutes with seconds, I think.
There's a lot you don't know about me. Anyway, time is of the essence, I feel. What are we waiting for?
Sir, showing that you're good with your hands is not going to sway me at all.
Damn it. Thought it would work today.
Nothing for it, I suppose. This is an emergency. There's a strong possibility that beyond that door is the engineer you seek. Be prepared for action, my dear fellows. And if I have to
Yes.
take another bullet, well, so be it.
Yeah. Yes, I say, as I'm not, just a lawyer.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Um,
no. Oh, dynamite!
The fuck?
Oh, hell no.
What's happened in here? Why is everything upside down?
Ghosts.
Rats. There ain't no one in here after all. But there must be. It was only moments ago that we heard those noises.
Maybe that was the sound of Drubber running away.
But there's only one door into this room.
And no windows that could afford an escape route. Those skylights are too high.
Are we not going to talk about the footprints on the ceiling?
Are we not going to talk about the hot air balloon?
Or the dynamite in the middle of the room?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Huh? What's that up there? Are they footprints on the ceiling?
Blow me! What
No,
are
thank you.
you then?
I would rather pass.
Looks like someone was trying to bend something in a hurry.
Oh, that looks like a set of blueprints.
What?
Does the Professor Hairbrain's balmy machine use it? Fly me if I didn't see this. There would be no need to muck about trying to investigate all the scrap metal. Ooh, there's something of great interest here, too.
Okay, is this great interest, like, actually interesting, or have you found a dead mouse?
This rope was lying on the floor at the foot of the pillar.
A rope? What's significant about that?
Never mind.
Okay.
You see, but you do not observe, Mr. Narihodo.
Huh?
We must investigate the entire room thoroughly, and before the forensic investigation team arrives.
Dynamite.
Maybe we should take a look at that.
Mhm.
Mr. Sholmes? Have you found something?
Oh, Mr. Narihodo, yes. In point, in fact, something rather fascinating. What do you make of this?
Let's see. I've never seen anything like it before. It looks like a bundle of thick cigars wrapped up in a large...
Oh, fuck.
Miss Susato? What's the matter?
That's a... Surely that's a time bomb, isn't it?
What? What did you say?
A
Girl,
time bomb?
Sorry, but what is a time bomb exactly?
Bro, we're gonna die.
And the amount of time it's going to take us to explain it, we're all gonna die.
you are truly one of a kind, Mr. Narihodo. Our lives are in danger. Hooray!
I won't take that as a compliment.
You don't know nothing, do you, Odo?
Okay, I take it back. It's not in the amount of time that it will take them to explain it to me. It is in the amount of time it will take them to stop roasting me.
Damn.
You haven't got a clue what it is either, have you, Gino?
I invite you to consult a dictionary later, Mr. Narihodo. But this particular specimen is no time bomb, though I confess it has a very similar appearance.
Oh, well, thank goodness. But then, what is it?
A pressure-activated bomb.
I see. So that's it.
Huh?
Share of the class. Goodness, Mr. Sholmes, have you seen to the heart of the matter?
There are times when I consider my lot most unfair. For I am fated never to know how it feels to flounder, as you do, when a puzzle presents itself.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But
Fragment.
I have learned to accept the hardships that come with being a great detective, Miss Yusato.
Yes, you're suffering so much. Here we go. I feel a great deduction coming.
Once again, I can draw two conclusions from the scene we see before us. The first is that the inverted nature of the furniture in this room is the work of Drebber himself.
Oh, but how could you...
And the second conclusion is that the small device on the floor there is without question completely genuine.
Okay, it's a genuine what?
Bomb.
That's a genuine time bomb. Right there. Please, Mr. Sholmes, you must explain everything.
It would be a pleasure. After all, it is a great detective's civic duty to teach Scotland Yard the finer points of the trade.
That expression. Well, Inspector Gregson seems delighted with the idea anyway.
Oh, Gregsy, crack me up.
Oh, you deflected the inspector's glare with such fortitude there, Mr. Sholmes. Well done.
Oh, you're too kind, my dear madam. I hereby dedicate this great deduction to you. Kindly, just stand there, Miss Susato. So pretty, yes.
Oh, yes, I'd be delighted.
Okay, stop hitting on my wife.
So, shall we begin? Once again, Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
I am tired already. Alright, the great deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Flipped furniture.
It's plain to see that this room is completely in disarray. Bed, the table, the chairs, the lamps, everything is upside down.
That's correct. Is she
Almost
literally
as
just
if-
standing in the middle of the room to look cute? I love this.
Probably. Almost
Yeah.
as if every item in the room had, until recently, been happily positioned on the ceiling
Oh, I'm not ready for whatever the fuck is coming next.
before falling straight down onto the floor. Every item in the room was on the ceiling.
That's Zato.
Oh wait, that's yeah.
Every item in the room was on the ceiling. Are you suggesting that...
Indeed. The key here is gravity. It would appear that technology has at last succeeded in freeing us from the great pull of the earth.
Susato, you are not nearly shocked enough for this.
It's like, okay, he's high now. For the gravity of the room was reversed and then suddenly restored to normality.
Goodness.
The inverted furniture clearly reveals the truth about the part gravity played in this whole business. I quite understand your skepticism, Miss Yusato. I too was incredulous at first. However, my conviction in my analysis was cemented when I observed this. An anti-gravity device, almost identical to that featured in a dream of mine, only the other day, in fact.
Are we really going to have to convince him that this thing's a time bomb?
But then why does it have a clock on it?
Oh, most relevant question indeed. That is a timing device that controls when the gravity direction will switch. Well, there was clearly a requirement for the engineer to be able to restore normal gravity automatically. And the commotion we heard earlier from the other side of the door was the moment that the restoration occurred. Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because the anti-gravity device. So you see, we need look no further to explain the state in which we find this room.
Uh-huh.
You're welcome. The direction in which gravity acts is here was reversed by Mr. Drebber before being restored to normality in an automatic fashion sometime later by this timer device. I have witnessed precisely the scene in a dream I once had when I fell out of bed.
Yeah, that checks out. Conclusion, because gravity was reversed. Topic 2, the missing engineer.
Now, let us consider the next conundrum. What was our engineer friend's aim? Indubitably, wow, I've always wanted to say that. Indubitably, the greatest clue we have to explain his actions is above our heads.
I think Chad's right. Maybe we should check when we can. We should check the safe because maybe that's where he's hiding. Yes. How is it possible that there are footprints all the way up there on the ceiling?
A question whose answer will lead us nearly to the truth, my dear madam.
You know what would be funny? Like in the middle of this deduction, and he is in the safe, all of a sudden he's like, "Oh my god, can this guy just
please.
shut up?"
Oh my god.
My science brain can't take any more of this bullshit. Maybe that's his plan, you know, to say so much bullshit that he comes out of the safe and be like, "Oh brother, this guy stinks."
There
you
we
know?
go.
The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby skylight. Of course, Drebber's aim was singular, to escape. However, there is but one way into this room, excepting the skylight, that is.
Ah,
Ooh,
And we're
tricky.
back on the ceiling.
By inverting the gravity in here, Drebber was able to fall conveniently to the ceiling and make his escape via otherwise inaccessible skylight, leaving those footprints behind on the way.
but the ceiling in here is very high, Mr. Jones. If the gravity reverse was sudden, wouldn't Mr. Drebber have fallen up to the ceiling rather violently?
Falling up is both scientifically and philosophically a rather interesting concept, I fear. But the man was cornered with nowhere to run, so escape through the skylight was his only option. You may recall I found this in the room earlier, which I believe offers a solution.
Oh, the rope!
To reach the intended destination, what better to than this rope? By anchoring one end to the wall, the man was able to lower himself safely to the ceiling. Which explains how Drebber was able to escape his room before our arrival.
Uh-huh.
He reversed the pull of gravity and fled via the skylight. And personally, I should very much like to reverse the pull of gravity again now, just for fun.
Yeah, you want to set off the time bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good fun time for us.
All right. Conclusion, escaped via the skylight.
well, thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this topsy-turvy puzzle.
Okay.
You may all clap now.
Gina stopped listening like 3 words in.
She's just having denial.
She's completely spellbound.
Oh, so thoughtful.
Mr. Sholmes? You know, there is just one thing that troubles me. Out of
One?
many, but we're going to start with one.
Oh, I would expect nothing less. You're destined to be troubled by just one thing for the rest of your life.
The thing is such a thing actually possible? An anti-gravity device, I mean.
I would say that with man's current scientific knowledge of the turn of the 20th century, it's no more possible than instantaneous kinesis.
But your whole deduction hinges on it!
Oh, but my dear fellow, when you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. However improbable it may seem. Oh, it's a marvelous line, wouldn't you agree? One of my more enduring pearls of wisdom. I had Iris come up with that exact phrasing. My original was clumsy.
Yes, I have a feeling I've read it in something that Mrs. Otto lent me once.
Objection!
Actually, there is one other thing, Mr. Sholmes.
Ah, the spell's broken at last.
The rope you found was on the floor, wasn't it?
Oh, indeed it was. In lonely coils near the wall.
But if Mr. Drebber had used it to escape in the way you described, wouldn't it still be tied to the wall?
Mysteries inevitably unravel in the end, as I think you find the ropes. And as evidence of such, you need only look at the mystery we faced in this room, now skillfully unraveled.
That argument is as circular as the coils of rope. Circular.
Circular.
I think perhaps we might need to give Mr. Sholmes the usual little helping hand. I'm sure with some minor corrections, the great detective's great deduction will lead us to the truth.
Yeah, you're right. And we must do it quickly before Enoch Drebber gets too far away.
Well, if you're ready, then let us resume. Also, just in case this is a time bomb, let's hurry this up.
Yeah.
Herlock Sholmes, logic and reasoning spectacular! Before we die.
All right. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Let's go for it. Topic 1, flipped furniture.
Thanks to see that the room is complete disarray. The bed, the table, the chairs, the lamp, everything is upside down. Almost as if every item in the room had until recently been happily positioned on the ceiling, before falling straight down on the floor.
Every item in the room was on the ceiling. Are you suggesting that?
Indeed. The key here. Wait a minute. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Wait. Did y'all see that?
See what?
The chair. The chair had numbers. And it had a thing.
Oh!
Oh, fuck. Did y'all... Gravity! Whoa!
We'll take a
Am I
look
the
at
only
it.
one who saw that?
No, I looked away.
I missed it.
Whoa, okay, it would appear that well, I can't stop. The technology succeeded freeing us from the great pull of the earth.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
Red chair.
It's right
Red
there.
Chair. Oh my god, how did I miss that? Okay, but the gravity in the room was reversed and then suddenly restored to normality.
Why would you write your safe combination on the bottom of a chair? Like, that
Did you
seems
look for a
worse.
safe combination on the bottom of a chair?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily start there, but it's kind of like when people hide a spare key in a flower pot. Like, is it the first place I'd look for a spare key? Not logically, but it's not like it couldn't be there.
Yeah. I think gravity could have been reversed in this very room. I find the whole idea utterly enthralling. Only Mr. Sholmes could convince of such an conceive. Jesus. Only Mr. Sholmes could conceive of such an explanation.
But the man himself admitted that it was a scientific impossibility, so...
Yes, you're quite right. We must completely discount the idea at once.
Oh, that's unusually merciless of you, Miss Susato.
When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. The great detective himself said so, didn't he?
While refusing to part with his dreams of anti-gravity devices.
Yes, I suppose.
Well, let's see if examining this topsy-turvy scene a little more closely reveals some proof that shows exactly what the gravity in this room was or wasn't doing.
Well, we know to look at the safe.
Alright, so let's see.
The-
This is
the
my
bottom-
view that I get. Let's take a look at this face. Well, well. I wasn't planning to... I wasn't expecting to find a pretty bunch of flowers in here, that's for sure.
Ah, look at that.
I know. That slender little vase looks like it's about to topple at any moment, but the flowers are thriving. Somehow, it makes you think of the fragility of life, wouldn't you say?
To be honest, Mr. Naruhodo, no. Something else about it. It made a rather deeper impression on me.
Mhm. Take a look at the furniture.
All the furniture in here is very conspicuously upside down, certainly.
Yes, it does immediately put you in the mind of some strange quirk of gravity, I admit.
Could it be that a mini whirlwind passed through here? Do you think?
I'm not sure that's much more plausible than Mr. Sholmes' explanation.
I love her.
Oh dear, saying the first thing that comes into your head isn't always the way forward here, it seems.
Alright, so we've got lots of inverted furniture. More inverted furniture. Take a look at the safe. Look, Miss Susato. When everything seems to be upside down in here, this safe is conspicuously the right way up. Have you seen that?
Yes, it's true. But look more closely at the safe's feet.
Ah, that's a lot of very large bolts fixing it to the floor. Think before you speak, that's what you wanted to say, isn't it? I really put my foot in my mouth there.
I certainly didn't say that.
You just thought it.
You thought it loudly.
Alright, well, the whole thing of gravity, we're gonna say it's the upright fucking vase that doesn't look like it has moved. The upright vase clearly reveals the truth about the part gravity played in this whole business.
Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo, you've surpassed yourself by completely turning my argument on its head. Trying to impress your assistant here, perhaps?
She is cute. No one is trying to steal your spotlight here, Mr. Sholmes. Trust me.
As you rightly say, though it appears at first glance that all the furniture in the room is upside down. This unassuming slender vase is standing keenly to attention. And unlike the large safe there is nothing affixating to the floor.
And it's the exception that breaks the rule.
In short, much as it pains me, the gravity in this room was never inverted at all.
My deepest sympathies for your loss.
Oh, poor Mr. Sholmes.
It's like when you tell a kid that Santa doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
But the show must go on. I'm not
mad or sad about this. So let us continue with our deductions. Now that we know there's contrivance is not in fact an anti-gravity device, where remains but another possibility.
You don't say.
Someone deliberately turned over every piece of furniture in here.
Which might sound obvious, but leaves one mystery very much unsolved. Namely, why would anyone choose to do that?
Quite. And naturally, there is an explanation. Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the anti-gravity device.
He's absolutely determined that this device must have something to do with it, isn't he?
I'm afraid the lure of an exciting scientific explanation is too strong.
Well, there's no doubt that somebody did this. Somebody turned all the furniture over. So whoever it was must have had a reason.
I'm afraid nothing comes to mind at all, though.
Well, let's look around and see if the answer presents itself. Alright.
There it is.
Look, there's something written on the underside of this armchair.
Oh, yes. Safe 432582.
Safe? As in safe and secure?
As in secure lockable box, I think.
Admittedly more likely.
Well, there's a large safe bolted to the floor on the other side of the room. So, yes.
So you mean this number would let us open it?
I wonder why it's written here, though.
Take that!
Da-da-da-da! Yes, the reason why everything in here has been turned upside down is because of the safe combination.
Precisely. I believe, Mr. Naruhodo, that you had a very similar experience once, didn't you not?
Yes, last year. I don't know where we're going with this. When I bought a lottery ticket and noted the ticket number down on the inside cover of a book just in case.
That's it! For people are forgetful souls at heart, and always make a written note of important information.
Just keeping the ticket itself safe would be more sensible, I think.
And what pray happened next, Mr. Naruhodo?
When the day of the draw came round, I'd forgotten which book I'd written the number in and had to turn my room upside down to find it.
Oh, that's it! For people are forgetful souls at heart and always forget where they've noted things down.
Okay, I'm in this and I don't like it.
Not if you always note things in the same place.
I actually won the second prize, you know. But I couldn't remember which magazine I'd slipped the ticket into, so I had to turn my room upside down.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Naruhodo, but I believe I've proved my point now. Also, the way you were looking around was very cute. which is that a very similar scenario has clearly unfolded in this room.
Finding himself requiring access to the safe, the occupant of this room needed the combination code. He remembered that he'd written it on the underside of a piece of furniture, but forgot which one. How do you fucking forget that?
Just do. Leading to the state in which we find the room. Yes, Mr. Trevor overturned all the furniture in here, in a desperate hurry to locate the combination code that would unlock the safe.
Alright, our new conclusion is to find the safe combination. Yay! We solved one. Alright, let's talk about the missing engineer.
Now let us consider the next conundrum. What was our engineer friend's aim?
Indubitably, the greatest clue we have to explain his actions is above our heads. Yes.
Yes, how is it possible that there are footprints all the way up on the ceiling?
A question whose answer will lead us neatly to the truth, my dear madam. The reasons that there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby skylight. Sorry, I got the flash.
Well, if a change in direction of gravity can't explain it, then how did those footprints get there?
Yeah, I feel as though that particular mystery has just become even harder to solve.
I can't think of any other way to explain it at all. Oh, life was so much simpler in those halcyon days when gravity could be reversed.
It was minutes ago, and those halcyon days never existed in the first place.
Well, I suppose we must simply put our faith in Mr. Sholmes and observe the area in more detail.
Putting our faith in Mr. Sholmes is what gets us into these situations in the first place.
Damn. Oh,
Holy shit.
okay.
Hello. Shoe.
Phew.
It's hard to believe, but there's a shoe up there, look.
Oh, yes. And there are more footprints on this little balloon, too. Perhaps the shoe was thrown up there and became lodged. Do you think?
If so, then judging by the number of footprints, it must have been thrown up several times. Why would anyone be throwing shoes up at the ceiling, though?
Oh dear, that's beyond me, I'm afraid.
So maybe they were trying to...
This is a gas balloon, isn't it? It's tiny, but it does seem to be a real balloon.
Yes, I think you're right. I think it's helium that's keeping it up.
A green gas balloon. Why does that seem to ring a bell with me?
I think you might be onto something, Chad. Yeah, there's the shoe to knock something down.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see, there are footprints on this balloon too. Look.
Oh, yeah. Surely that's a clue, isn't it? Though what it tells us, I'm not sure. Alright, what else can we see? Is there anything else we can see? Let's take a look at the skylight, why not? It looks like these are the only windows in the room. In other words, if you wanted to escape without using the door, these skylights would be the only way.
Yes, that's true. But even so...
And right next to the only escape route, we notice some telltale footprints.
Nevertheless, we've said many times now, gravity can't explain how they got there.
But powerful springs in the soles of the man's shoes could...
Have you been having strange dreams as well, like Mr. Sholmes?
Damn.
Read me to filth, why don't you?
What did they want us?
I mean, the reason there are footprints on the ceiling, it's a shoe. We're gonna go with the shoe. It was a shoe.
Yeah.
The reason there are footprints on the ceiling is because of the nearby shoe.
And in closer inspection, there are clearly footprints all over that balloon as well. In other words, the aim was never the skylight at all, but the balloon.
But for what purpose?
Green balloon. That seems somewhat familiar data.
It was a piece of the green balloon's envelope that Oh, that's not me. But I was really
Okay.
into it.
Yeah, you were very excited. It was a piece of the green balloon's envelope that Mr. Naruhodo and Iris found at the scene.
And inside the green balloon that Master Gotz claimed that he saw above the stage when the incident occurred was the second bird cage, the crux of the whole instantaneous kinesis deception.
You You mean to say...
I love the little mouse friend. I'm sorry, I'm
I
so
know, it's so
distracted by the
cute.
little mouse friend.
He's got a
I
little
was
sword
looking-
too.
I know, I was looking at it, I'm like, aw. Anyway.
If we assume the balloon in here is a model of the one used on the day, there's a strong possibility something may have been concealed inside it.
Yeah, Chinosuke.
Something our absconder was desperate to retrieve before making a hasty getaway.
But the balloon's out of reach.
Hence why he resorted to a projectile, namely the shoe.
Oh,
Most probably, Drebber intended to tear a hole in the envelope by sealing it with the shoe. However, his efforts were thwarted when the shoe itself became a prisoner of those lofty heights.
question. Does this mean Drebber now only has one shoe?
Yes.
Hmm.
And we can use the dog to track him down.
Oh dear, we desperately need to examine that balloon. If only there was some way we could see inside.
You may recall that I found in this room earlier, which I believe offers a solution.
Oh, the rope.
To reach the intended destination, what better to than this rope?
Mr. Shums has managed to bring the deduction back to the rope.
All right. I have to admit, that was clever. So we just
That's
throw
hard
the.
for you to say.
Yeah, it pained me a lot.
Ew, he's right. Ew.
So we just throw the rope up to the balloon and pull it down to us on the ground?
Which is much easier said than done, I feel. It could take us a very long time as well.
True. Perhaps we need a more surefire method. In fact, we already have one, of course, don't we?
The crossbow?
I'm shooting it down.
We're gonna shoot it down, I guess.
Let me fire that motherfucker. To reach the intended destination, what better tool than this crossbow?
It was found at the scene, in fact.
And in all likelihood, belongs to Mr. Drebber.
The man holding only brought it away with him that day. Could have avoided losing a shoe at such a critical time like this.
Let me shoot it.
Wow.
So, shall we? Your curiosity is deeply stirred, no doubt, my dear fellows. That is the Enoch Drebber has hidden inside that balloon. What is it?
Bam! Headshot.
Oh,
What the
it's a head.
heck?
What the? A waxwork?
It's the missing waxwork. Holy fuck.
Indeed it is! A waxwork head inside of a metal moth.
Chat, you are correct. This is the kind of thing that makes forensics not trust us with their evidence.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Details. They let me
could
fire
say
a
that-
crossbow.
We could say that the balloon was already on the ground.
There we go. That would not be preserving the evidence at the scene, but the fuck
we
do we care?
have
We're
Gregson
lawyers.
and Gina are
listen. They have no evidence because there's no cameras here. So therefore, we can't. It's our word against.
No, see, the problem is it's not just our word. We also brought in here 2 detectives, remember?
Okay, but like they could be on our side.
Okay, one of them seems like Gina might vouch for us, but I think
Yeah,
Gregson's a
Gregson would-
snitch.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry to tell you
Snitches
this.
get stitches.
Yes.
Anyway.
A mask that is shut tight and fastened with a strong, quite impenetrable lock.
So we can't see the face inside that means.
Just a moment. This is the head of the waxwork model? Does that mean... Oh, goodness.
As I see you've joined in the dots, Miss Susato. Excellent!
Oh, of course. A headless waxwork model. The case of the abducted Madame Tussville's model that you'd largely solved. It was only the head of the killer that was still missing.
Indeed it was. But I believe Madame Tussbells will now have to settle her sizable account with me. This, as you have now surmised, is the head of the infamous professor.
Yes.
He was a knight? But why is it here?
This conclusively confirms my suspicions. The man responsible for stealing the professor from Madame Tussbells and returning it sans oh god, sans tete? What is it? Help.
Sans tête.
Sans tete. Sorry. Earlier today was none other than Enoch Drebber.
This is incredible. Professor Hairbrain's case and the waxwork abduction they're inextricably linked by Enoch Drebber's workshop.
Yup. Unless they're both in on it.
And chat's right. If the professor's identity isn't public knowledge, then Tussbell wouldn't technically know what to make the head look like. So,
Yep.
Well, it appears our logical pleasure cruise has come to an end, my dear fellows.
could you not call it that?
Pleasure cruise!
Too late.
All that remains is, yes, to speak with the architect of this adventure.
The architect?
You mean Mr. Drebber?
Yes. As it seems quite impossible that he escaped via one of the skylights. Obviously, the man must still be here in the room. And this location should be abundantly clear. If you simply reflect on the journey we've made together during this deduction.
At this point, he's suffocated inside the safe, but Enoch Drebber is right here, somewhere in this room.
Love his little smirk. We're going back to Japan on our own pleasure cruise with Sato and maybe Kazuma too.
Yes, this is what we deserve after all this time.
After all this bullshit.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, will you do the honors?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Mr. Drebber's hiding place must be the...
Safe.
Clearly, it's the wardrobe.
Oh, he's in
He
the
made it
closet.
into fucking Narnia. Before we gained access to this back room, we heard noises from in here.
Which tells us that the engineer was still in the building at the point in time.
He was in fact searching for the combination to his safe.
And pressed for time, made no attempt to right the furniture that he overturned in the process. From which we can deduce that his search for the combination happened very recently indeed. In summary, Mr. Enoch Drebber is at this very moment inside the safe. Oh, Drebby, open up, baby girl. This concludes Herlockshom's great deduction of this topsy-turvy puzzle.
Yeah, it was just you.
Yes.
Yep.
And our
Yeah,
new
all by
conclusion
himself.
is inside the safe. Deduction complete. Elementary.
So, Gina, get your gun, is what I'm saying, Gina.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Naruto, I think perhaps it's time we've ended this game of hide-and-seek, don't you?
By opening the safe, you mean?
What else?
Let's see. The combination was 1...
432582.
I knew that. All right, then. Here goes.
Did you?
No, I did not.
Gina, get your gun.
Hello.
What up, bitch?
Hi, sir. Who wants to take him?
Okay, who's taking him?
You found me. Are you gonna take him?
What the
He is indeed a cryptid. We'll just put it that way.
Okay, buddy. Oh no,
I don't
he's
like
a
that.
contortion.
Oh, I don't like that.
Ew.
Did we
I
really need a
don't
shot
like-
of his crotch?
This is so much.
Okay, is he going to continue to do that wave thing with his hands? Amazing.
I don't like that.
We just got a show,
Ugh.
and I don't know that I wanted that.
No.
I thought it was funny.
Oh my
Right.
god.
I didn't say. That was quite dramatic as fuck. Mr. Enoch Trevor, I presume.
So are you okay? For
Do you want
me to
obvious
take him?
reasons?
Sure.
Do you want me to take him? Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
sure. Oh boy.
You'd better start talking. You tricked Professor Hairbrain with that bogus machine you built.
And you should have to explain the theft of the waxwork, or the theft of the waxwork to the oh my god, for Madame Tuspels as well. And his hand is very cool.
Whilst I would be delighted to answer your many questions.
What the?
Dance moves.
What was that?
Personally, I would advise that you deactivate my little puzzle first.
Deactivate.
Your parcel?
I refer, of course, to the time bomb. I left it in a most prominent position.
Yeah.
I still don't know
Why
what a
don't
time
you
bomb
know?
is. You should have also left a dictionary.
I see. Stunned silence. All gearing up to die with me then.
Can you not say that with that expression? Because I need an adult.
No.
Oh no, we're all gonna die. Not
Mr.
the scolding.
Mr. Sholmes with only 7 seconds to spare.
That was too close for comfort. I've got 1 foot in the grave already.
Are you trying to help us get a killer or get us killed?
Mr. Sholmes'
That's where
deductions
we
can
hear
be
the canned laughter
Yeah.
from the audience and the clapping.
completely life-altering, can't they?
Well, my dear fellows, that was a close shave. The resemblance of an anti-gravity device is really quite startling, I must say. Yeah, that's my excuse. Yes.
Camera just cuts to all of us staring at it like we're in the office.
And then
Like-
more canned laughter from like sitcoms and shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-gravity devices don't exist.
I wouldn't push it, Mr. Sholmes.
Oshiangi.
All right. What the fuck happened here? What on earth happened here?
You found me, haven't you? No need to screw me down any further.
Believe me, I'm not really interested in screwing you.
Yeah,
No, I guess-
especially
I
if you
guess.
keep moving like that.
It's all the ladies. Everything in here is precisely what it seems. Yeah, you'll be giving it a thorough going over, don't you worry, Trevor. Ah, what fails to click with me is how you were able to locate my workshop. That I was not expecting.
We have a dog.
Then I heard whistling from the other room. I knew it was time to bolt.
whistling?
Oh, that would have been me.
Oh.
For some reason, I woke in a fine fettle today. I'm gonna kill this man someday. I'm just going.
No words, just tightly squeezed chips.
I'm thinking a lot of words.
He's just fantasizing at Sholmes' neck.
Clearly, I must have a screw loose, though, as I couldn't remember the combination for the safe. And another one loose, as I couldn't remember on which piece of furniture I'd written it down.
We also found a rope over by the wall.
Yes, I had hoped to exit through the skylight, but sadly the rope was too short. So, then I set about searching for the combination code to open the safe. And burning the incriminating blueprints, don't forget. Regrettably, though, you failed to retrieve the head from the balloon amongst the rafters.
Why would you keep it there to begin with? And after that, you hid yourself inside the safe? Having first set this parcel ticking.
Well, I had no intention of being nailed by the police.
I don't think the police are in any mood to nail you either.
Hey, yo!
Alright, the time bomb.
Got a death wish, have you? I didn't right beside a ticking time bomb.
Please, why do you suppose I chose to hide inside the safe? It's safe in there. It's no ordinary safe. It is specifically designed. A dynamite explosion would leave a scratch on it.
So, in fact, the safe was the only safe place.
Yeah,
So
did you hear that, Susato?
So clever.
Safe and secure.
Surprise.
Alright, catching up with chat. Just remember that one of the plot twists of The Hound of the Baskervilles was that Selden had a sister who was helping him stay hidden. And Drebber kind of resembles Courtney Scythe, so what if they're siblings/accomplices?
Interesting. It's a possibility.
I can see that. They both have white hair.
Mm-hmm.
But he was shot to have white hair, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That could be a lie. That could be a lie.
But once you'd climbed inside, you wouldn't have been able to get out again.
I invite you to look more closely.
I really don't, sir.
The safe is fitted with a handle in the inside to allow the door to be unlocked from within.
Oh, so it is.
I had always intended to blow this place to smithers in any case. I just wasn't expecting uninvited guests to come along and screw up my plans.
Tee
Do you mean to say you were planning to blow his all up?
I will say, he basically said that, so yeah, I think that's what he means to say.
Mm-hmm.
No. That was unforeseen.
What do you mean?
The fuck is that?
Yuck.
It gives me the ick. Most people run, you see, where they see a ticking time bomb at their feet. You guys stayed for a whole last hour. or
Yeah, I know.
something. That part, I was very much disappointed in. I calculated the time required to retreat to a safe distance and set the device accordingly. Yet y'all be up here in its grill, but you seemingly endlessly discourse in there and throw a spanner in the works.
It's because we were stuck with Sholmes, okay?
Is something wrong, Gracie? Do I have something on my face? Besides the usual eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. Very
Yes.
nice supple mouth.
Hey, some chips.
Yeah.
I am about to kill this bloke right now. Someone hold me back, please.
I think we have a fairly good idea of what's been going on here now. But what about the 2 incidents you've evidently been involved in recently? Professor Harebrain's instantaneous kinesis experiment at the Great Exhibition. And the waxwork model you stole, which this head belongs to.
That is no ordinary head, you know. That is the head of the professor. Clad in a mask with a lock so strong, I'm unable to open it safely to reveal the killer's identity. I've been considering carrying it around as a protection.
Oh,
Oh, shit!
they're here.
What's going on here, Gregson? I'm sure you're aware that I have sole jurisdiction to investigate here.
Well, we all almost died, so...
Yes, well,
Dr. Scythe again. So the forensic investigation team are here. Okay, which means that Von Zieks is here. Von Zieks, did you bring your sexy apprentice? I just had a near-death experience.
and I'm feeling very turned on.
Exactly. I mean, look, what is a couple of near-death experiences to make you enjoy life and think about all the memories that you may or may not have together?
And, there is that thing, that syndrome where, like, near-death experiences make you horny or something.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
they increase adrenaline, so...
I mean, that's what happened to the people of Pompeii, apparently. They found a couple.
I mean...
Anyway,
look, if you're gonna die, like, why the fuck not?
That's too much information about Pompeii that nobody asked. Anyway, and you know full well this engineer is a key witness.
Why are you allowing this lawyer access to him? If your Lord Strongheart knew of this, you'd be finished.
Yeah, well, can Lord Strongheart reach him in Paris?
You lot,
Gina's like, what?
leave at once.
My dear madam, there's no need for such threatening tone, I assure you.
Okay, you can murder him and we'll just go out the back.
Wait, don't leave me. I'm scared of her. After all, there is no way to greet an old acquaintance. Is it, Dr. Scythe? Wink wonk.
Old acquaintance.
Hello, Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes knows Dr. Scythe?
In what way?
Carnally.
If
Carnally.
It's always that with us.
We're predictable, it's fine.
Literally, like, she
We
just said
walked
Sholmes,
into
and my
that
brain
one.
was immediately like, they fucked.
The way she said it too. Oh god. Yeah. So, F-Boy Sholmes confirmed, I guess.
Yeah.
If it's protecting, everyone's so into my love life today. If it's protecting the machine next door that's causing such a sour expression on your face, you're quite misguided. It's really nothing more than a shell. You get out.
Oh.
Oh, but of course. First of all, wow, babe, that was spicy. Second of all, we'll show ourselves at the door. I see you haven't softened at all. Missionary Hodo.
So, I just need to be clear here. She topped, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's no questions in my mind. She topped.
No. Yeah, no.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It would appear that our delightfully entertaining investigations have run their course for today.
But Mr. Sholmes?
The soap opera. Let us leave this place in the doctor's capable hands.
Yeah, you would know how capable her hands are, wouldn't you?
I said get out, now, all of you. Your presence here is not required either, Gregson.
No.
Damn, I'm in timeout too? Understood. But I'll just say one thing before I head off.
If it wasn't for this lawyer and his companions, we'd never have found this place, and the whole workshop would have been blown to bits. There was a time bomb set in here that this lord disarmed.
Still don't know what a time bomb is, but Inspector.
God.
Love that.
Something's giving you a chuckle, has it, Derber? Are you Chuckly the Chuckler? Oh, so sorry. Didn't mean to offend. You're quite right, of course. You did disarm the time bomb, didn't you?
Will someone check the time bomb? I'm suddenly concerned. Gina? Gina?
Yes, you did disarm that one.
What are you? That one? You mean?
You're holding it, Gina.
Gina, step away from the bomb. And we're all gonna die.
And then we died. Oh fuck! No, someone turn it off. Oh wait, no, wait.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck? Wait. Oh shit. Oh no.
Oh
Wait.
no.
Oh no, they're no. Fuck. I hope the no. They're gonna die. Oh fuck. Yeah, they died. Yep. Policeman died. Oof.
I love how he's saying
I hope
this,
no-
and like we won't have a clue what he's talking about because this is so far away from us. So he's over here like, yeah, you disarmed that one, and then nothing happens.
And we're all like, okay,
Okay, yeah, whatever.
whatever, scary man.
Yeah. It was an hour later that we heard the news of the enormous explosion that ripped through the experimentation stage at the Great Exhibition. Professor Harebrain's invention and all its secrets were blown away forever.
Damn. We were too late.
And we've hit our to be continued.
Fuck.
So back to court.
Damn.
Can we just convict Drebber now? Like, there's enough evidence. He even said there was a fucking this is like, he just confessed to the crime. So, like, why are we in court? Like, he just said it in front of a policeman.
Yes,
Like,
but remember, if we get too many things wrong during this trial, they're going to convict Harebrain for some fucking reason.
no! He just said he did the shit! Oh my god. This is so infuriating. I wish the judge was here so we could hear that.
And unfortunately, recording software is not quite there yet.
Yeah, there's no body cam on Gregson, unfortunately.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can you
It
imagine?
would be full of
Just
fish
be
and
him eating chips.
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get to see how many times he goes and buys fish and chips per day. No biggie.
God,
He'd
yeah,
al-
if we could just FaceTime the judge.
Right. He'd also somehow do like the boomer thing where he cuts off people's heads like at the nose.
And he like does a close up, like he's looking in, like you see his eyeball, just his eyeball, because he's too close.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Love that.
Oh
Ah, this was a lot.
This was a lot. We almost
was a lot.
died.
We almost died today. That's cool.
And I have to wait to see Hot Apprentice until next stream.
My only hope is I hope Hot Apprentice and Von Zeeks were not by the machine.
Yeah, I mean, I assume not since they didn't talk.
True.
So.
But they said they were on their way here.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Damn.
But also, if Kazuma gets blown up, maybe he'll remember things. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
What?
Yeah.
Let's not have him blow up, though. That'd be
Enough, like,
sad.
head trauma. I mean, look, he already died once. Like, what's the harm in dying again?
No, we want him alive so we can have him all to ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, I deserve a treat, which means fucking on the prosecution bench. Thank you. I rest my case.
Damn. Was that the next episode?
Oh. Oh.
See, he confessed. So, like, the first 5 minutes is just the judge going, yeah, that seems right. And then the other hour 45 is just sex simulator.
Oh my god.
You're welcome. This is where the R18 comes in.
Damn, that's great.
Ah.
Wow, what a case, am I right, everyone?
Exactly. Explosions are famously a cure for amnesia. So,
Yeah, totally.
We're
Yeah, that's how it
thinking.
works.
We're thinking with something.
Yeah.
Might not be our
Mhm.
brains, but we're thinking with something. Cool. We'll end here for tonight. Next stream is in theory on Thursday. We'll find out.
Yeah, we're about to be hit by a hurricane, maybe, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
So, depending on how electricity and internet get us through, and whether it's as bad as they think it may be, we will let you know. Please watch our Twitter for updates. We will let you know.
And anyone who is in path of the hurricane right now, please, do the usual, take precautions, get non-perishable food and water, do what you have to do to secure your homes,
Take all
just
the
be
shit off your
careful.
goddamn balcony.
Yeah, and please, like, for the love of God, please don't be Florida man and go outside during the hurricane. Like, that's the worst way to go. Come on, guys, don't be dumb.
Don't
Please.
go outside.
Just don't. It's not worth it.
So,
Yeah.
like,
Chat,
please be
I
safe.
also hope that you're alive by next stream.
We
Yes,
do.
please.
We hope so. Hopefully you're feeling better. So we'll all of the thoughts that we are that we have positive thoughts sent to you. So
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yes.
Anyone got any other news other than, the hurricane coming up?
If you missed my performance at Umatopia Virtual Fest, it is still up on YouTube. I did tweet the link for that one in case you guys are interested to check that out. And then my performance, if you just want to see the performance, is on my Instagram at Manabingu. So, yippee!
Yay.
That's it.
There we go. If
Okay,
enough
cool.
of us all fire Kamehameha at the hurricane at the same time, it'll just go away.
Oh yeah,
Just
absolutely.
spirit bomb
That's how
it.
it works.
So
That's how it works. Yeah, totally.
excellent. All right. So hopefully see you all on Thursday. If not, might try to make it up Friday or Saturday, or we might just miss a stream. I don't know exactly how it's gonna work. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out. TBD. Everyone stay safe, get better. Even if you're not sick, just get better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I love that tagline. That was great.
I love how for a moment you were just like, yeah. Wait.
Wait. See, this is why we do need a soundboard so we could play the sitcom canned laughter and the applause
There
and
we
the
go.
shit. Like we need the like wah 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 wah. That one. Yeah. We need all of the sound effects, okay? Anyway.
Anyway, yes, do feel better, and we'll be back when we can be. Thanks all. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.